Good afternoon, this is Decolation. Welcome to my channel. Today we are troubleshooting a friend's car. She has a 2000 Toyota Echo, driving weird, little finicky. Car is like rumbling and stuff like that. So we're gonna take the time, help her out. It's Christmas. Take a look at her car, see what we can do, see what we can figure out. First things first, it's got the check engine light in, so we're gonna pull out my trusty code scanner and we'll pull it out and see what we can do. So I've got two of them. One of them, this is a result of having a 04 Audi A8, which was constantly broken. So Foxwell, been using it for a while. Pretty good brand. It has multi-vehicle setup, so it has a basic check engine light reader that you can read on any vehicle, but it also has specific data for any Volkswagen, Audi, Skada, and a couple others, I believe. But it specifically will be able to read all of the body codes, all of the body control module codes, any sensor that's in the car. It can do those vehicles. I need to upgrade it to get some Ford and Chevy stuff on here, because now I no longer own an Audi, but I still own two Fords and a Chevy. So let's go take a look at her car, shall we? Got that plugged in. Take the key, turn it to the on set point. Don't start the car, but you get it on, and you get your code reader turned on. Foxwell's, really nice display. You're just gonna click on OBD2, enter. It's gonna take a while to initialize, figure out everything that's going on with the car. All right, cool. So now that it's initialized and everything, it's understanding, hit OK. Then you just scroll down to read codes, stored codes. And if you can see, comes right up. Random multiple cylinder misfire and cylinder 3 misfire. So we have a misfire. Pretty simple, more likely just plugs, but I'm gonna probably check the coil. I'm not sure if this car has individual coils per cylinder or if it's just one coil, but we'll check it out and probably replace everything anyways, just to make sure there's no problems. She's been having problems with it for a little bit. All right, cool. So now that we know what's going on, it'll take me about 20 minutes after I get some parts. So we're gonna cut the video right now, cut to the next time when I actually pick up the parts, and we'll show you how to replace spark plugs and probably ignition coil on a 2000 Toyota Echo. Hello everyone, today is a new day. Finally got the parts. We're gonna replace a friend's spark plugs and check and see if we can clear the check engine light, see, make sure it works. All right, so right now, I'm gonna set you guys up right here. All right, cool. Got a nice clean view of the engine bay. So first you're gonna have to remove this top plastic cover. It looks like it's probably a 10 millimeter. Most elusive size socket in everyone's garage. So it's just 4 bolts at the top, 2 up here and 2 right here, and we're gonna have to remove the oil fill cap. So let's get the bolts loose first. And lift that up. All right. So now you can see that on top of the engine, to remove these, you just have to remove these bolts at the top. They look like 10mm bolts, and pull the spark plug, the ignition coils. It's 4 ignition coils, 1 per cylinder. Pretty simple. Alright, to remove the little clip, you just squeeze the top part. Be careful not to break it. Especially on these older cars, it's plastic, gets a little worn. Pull it off. So you can get a closer view of this. So when you're trying to pull this clip off, you squeeze this bottom part and then it just slides right off. All right. Then remove the ignition coils. Just pull up on them. Oh, that's good. Looks like oil's in that. It's always good to have a, when you're doing spark plugs, I like to tape the socket onto the extension so you don't leave it in the inside of the spark plug tube. I'm just gonna slide it in there. Feel it on the spark plug. Okay. Jesus Christ. So, never over torque your spark plugs. That was ridiculous. When you're putting in new spark plugs, it's always good to hand thread them in first. This way you don't cross thread them into the engine. I like to hand thread them until they're actually tight. And then when you torque them down, you don't have to torque them down insane. I typically do about a quarter turn pass hand tight. That's generally good enough to get it nice and seated, but it's not going to cross thread anything or seize it into the block. I mean, into the head, not the block. Into the head. You meant what I knew. Alright. Just replace the spark plug, the ignition coil. Make sure it has a good seat. Rescrew the ignition coil down. This is just a 10mm screw or bolt in my. Alright, so you got that. And you just reclip it. Make sure it's nice and seated. Reattach the clip. Slides right on, you'll hear a click. And that's all you need. Tighten that down. Get it nice and snug. Make sure the ignition coil doesn't move. And when you're reattaching these clips, you want to make sure it goes to the right spot. Toyota did a really good job with making sure that the lengths are pretty much exact to where you can only put it on the right one. But yeah, just kind of be mindful when you pull it apart which clip goes back to which cylinder. And it looks like they kind of did a color coding, black, gray, going from left to right. So that might help someone out as well if you're kind of curious and lose track of them. Alright. Also, when you pull out the spark plugs, you want to be mindful you don't want any dirt or debris to fall in, because that actually exposes the top of the cylinder. So you don't want that in your cylinder. So that's why I'm only pulling out and doing one at a time to minimize the amount of time that the top of my cylinder is exposed. So make sure that none of these ignition coils are moving. Make sure the clips are firmly attached. And then we can test it out. So first things first, so you see that all of the ignition coils and the clips are reinstalled. Now we can test it out and figure out what's going on. So first things first, we want to clear the check engine light. So we're gonna go grab my handy dandy expensive code reader that was necessary due to owning an Audi. But yes, my little Foxwell. So at the first part of this video. So again, just like last time, I'm gonna attach it to the OBD2 port. Put the car in the on position. And then we're gonna go on, let it detect the car. Okay, hit OK. We read the codes last time. Now we're gonna erase the trouble codes. Yes, we are sure. All right. So the codes are erased. So now the computer shouldn't see anything. But first, we're gonna open the garage. And you hear that purring like a little kitten. I didn't take a video of this before it was running, but the car was shaking, running a little rough, a little put. It really felt like it was running on 3 cylinders, so pretty sure the spark plug just shit itself. Woo, 1.5 liter of power. Yeah, running a lot better. Sounds good. So that is fixed. To conclude this video, I just wanted to kind of say, everybody, thank you for being patient. It's been a month since I've released a video. It's been a busy month. I actually created my own merchandise. Link in the description below will definitely link to my store. I have a bunch of different shirts and some funny sayings on them, so just a little bit some of my life that I enjoy. If you like the video, subscribe to my channel, make a comment. I read all my comments. I try to respond to everyone. So thank you again. You guys have a good one. More videos are coming soon.